Melinda!
Just me, darling. Sorry. My little old grapefruit.
Have you seen her this morning?
No. Maybe she's at one of those pre-dawn yoga classes or...
Are you sure you haven't seen her?
Positive. Besides, I have something a little more pressing on my mind, like when is Vanessa going to call and give us an answer?
I don't give a damn about Vanessa, okay? My wife didn't come home last night. I'm worried sick about her.
It's a little late for that, Nick. Damage has already been done.
What, did something happen to Melinda? Is she all right?
She called early this morning.
What did she say?
She's upset. She's very upset. But other than that, I think she's fine.
All right, well, where is she now?
I don't know.
Why didn't she come home last night?
You know, I really thought the two of you would be very happy together. I thought you would, because you wanted the same things, you know, a family. I know Mindy wanted to adopt a baby. I thought you did, too. What happened?
Nothing happened, Vanessa. That's all I've ever wanted.
Well,
Will you please just tell me where Melinda is?
Can we hold this off? The sun's a little higher in the sky. It's already jangling my nerves.
Well, I didn't come here to soothe your nerves, Alex.
No. And obviously you didn't come here to solve Nick's marital problem, so I can only sue.
What?
That you're with us. In exchange for your promise not to back Alan, and my son and I will bail Lewis Oil out of this unfortunate money hole they seem to have fallen into.
Fallen into. I like your choice of words. Don't you mean pushed? You were really ready to risk everything, weren't you, Nick? Your life, your marriage, your happiness. And for what? So you could become a clone of this woman? Do you really think it's worth it?
What are you talking about, Vanessa?
All right, please come down off the pulpit, Ms. Chamberlain. All we really want to know is, do we have a deal or not?
Not. You're some piece of work, Nick.
Where did you get that?
Doesn't really matter, does it?
Has Melinda seen that?
Why don't you ask her? That is, if she'll talk to you.
All right, I think we should just discuss this very
There's nothing
quietly.
to discuss. This is very clear evidence of extortion, Alex.
I wouldn't banter words around like that if I were you, Vanessa.
Well, you're not me. I don't like threats, and the police don't like extortion, neither in word nor in deed. And then there's always the federal banking authorities. I think they might be very interested in your signature on this, Nick. So interested that they might want to put you away.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Vanessa!
3 to 5 years in a federal pen. How does that sound? Enjoy your time at Carrollton, Nick.
Oh, save us the histrionics, Vanessa. You do not intend to send Nick to prison.
Maybe I do.
Oh, think what that would do to Mindy.
Have you ever cared about Mindy? Never. I'm just surprised that you would drag your son into the poison that you Spauldings call business.
Well, Vanessa, this is beyond even business. This is flat-out survival. This is Nick and me against my brother, Alan, and his spawn. You have no idea what it's like living with a member like Alan, who's a member of your family. The man can be an absolute monster, and he'd just as soon destroy both of us as look at us.
I don't believe that anymore. I might have before, but not now, not after this.
Go to the police, Vanessa. Do what you have to do. I'm not going to cut and run. What I did, and I'll take full responsibility for it.
Well, you got guts, I'll say that for you, but somewhere along the line you went wrong. You're going to have to pay a very high price for it, Nick.
Well, I'm confident that our lawyers can convince...
I'm not talking about the authorities. I'm talking about Mindy. I know what it's like to feel disappointed in the man you married, and unfortunately now Mindy does too.
I never meant to hurt her. And I never meant for Lewis Hall to suffer any losses. It was just a tactic.
Would you please be quiet? Thank you. Well, I'll assume that Lewis Oil is off the hook as of this morning, shall I? I'll just keep this little piece of paper to make sure.
I'll call the bank and make sure that they call off the deal.
Good. Nick, why don't you see if you can find Mindy? See if you can pick up the pieces of your marriage.
You know, Vanessa, if you side with Alan, it's only going to be 10 times worse. We have to stick together here.
Do we?
I can't believe I did this. I can't believe that I allowed this to happen. I gotta go find my wife.
Nick.
Well, frankly, Vanessa, you're the last person I thought I'd see this morning. What is it you want?
You've got it the wrong way around, haven't you? It's you who wants me to sign over your assets, don't you? Now come in, it's cold.
Your signature on this document, Vanessa, will be the first step in me regaining what is rightfully mine. My money, my holdings, my stocks, and my home. I know in trying to get you to sign this, I've done things that have angered you. I guess being put away in prison for 5 years has made me less civilized and desperate, and I'm not proud of that. But you know you're doing the right thing. And I hope after you sign this that the other trustees will follow your example.
You can put away your pen, Alan. I'm not signing. Not now. Not ever.
You surprised me, Vanessa. If that's how you feel, why did you come here?
Oh, I just wanted to let you know that you're right. You told me that if I looked closely enough at the crisis at Lewis Oil, I would find out that Nick and Alex were behind it. Well, I did look. And you were right. It's exactly as you predicted.
Why, then?
Look, you and your sister can destroy each other all you want, but I'm not going to let you take me and my family down with you. And frankly, I don't give one damn about your assets or Alex's need to prove to the world that she's a better man than her brother.
There must be an implied threat that I'm missing.
Yes, there is. I happen to have in my possession a document, an official document from Spaulding, signed by Nicholas Spaulding, which proves extortion. Now, if I were to take that document to the court, it would just destroy Spaulding, and everything that you and your sister have been battling over would disappear. How's that, Alan? Is that enough for you?
Well, Vanessa, your relationship with your secret lover has certainly given you confidence.
You know what? I think you're about the last person in the world who could ever understand what I have with Matt. You're a cold and vicious man, Alan. And because of that, you're always going to be alone.
Hey.
Hi.
Wanda wasn't at her desk, so I took a chance you'd be in here alone. How are you?
Bad, but I'm better now. What's this? What are you doing with all this paperwork?
Oh, this is my excuse to come and see you. If anybody asks, you have to sign these requisitions for me.
Okay. I'll sign.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That's not very convincing.
Oh, well, I was just reminded once again that there are lousy things you have to do when you're in the business world, and there are lousy people that you have to deal with, and that's who I had to deal with this morning.
Bad guys, huh?
Yeah, bad guys.
And I guess me showing up probably doesn't help much.
On the contrary. Actually, I was just wishing that...
Why? What were you wishing?
Well, I was wishing that I could look up from my desk and that I could see you standing there, just the way you are now. And that, just for a second, I could pretend that there wasn't anybody else in the whole wide world, except for you and me.
Were you looking for me, Mr. Chamberlain.
Oh, yes, but I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate all the work you did on those invitations.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to work with you, Mr. C.
Thank you, Wanda.
Daddy,
Oh,
what are
yes,
you doing here? I thought you were going to be with HB all morning long.
HB got a better offer.
Oh.
Yes, Genevieve Talbot called him and invited him over for what he says is an afternoon of who the hell knows what. Well, I could tell him. It's an afternoon of tea, cucumber sandwiches, and a good deal of talk about who the hell knows whom. Well, those two, they make the most unlikely couple. However, we're told opposites attract. Oh, Matt, good to see you. How are you, young man? I must say, I have never met a Reardon that I didn't like.
It's nice to see you too, Mr. Chamberlain. How are you?
But,
Hey, I like that tie.
oh, well, this tie. You know, this tie is probably older than you are. Vanessa gave it to me for my birthday many years ago, didn't you, darling?
It was not many years ago.
Oh?
Darling, would you do me a favor? Yeah, this is the copy for the charity ball program, and I was supposed to take it over the printer, but I couldn't because I'm just up to my ears this afternoon. Would you be a dear and just run it right on over
Oh,
for
well,
me?
yes, but
Thank
just
you.
a moment, darling. I've been meaning to tell you, Matt, how impressed I am with what you did in Vanessa's bedroom. You know, I've always admired craftsmanship. I think you're really extraordinary. It's really
Daddy?
gifted. Well,
Thank
yes.
you, sir.
Well, I just want him to know I like his work.
The printer. Thank you very much.
Vanessa, Bill is on line one. He says, tell Mom it's really important.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And just a reminder, you're supposed to call Mr. Powers, and
Yeah.
Josh wanted to talk to you about the Davidson account.
Yeah, I've got that. Sweetheart? Yes,
How are
hi.
you, Wanda?
What's up? What's wrong? Well, no, can we wait and talk about that when I get home? So I'm sort of right in the middle of something. All right, if you want an answer now, I'll tell you it's no. No, you may not spend the weekend with Len Baker. No, his parents are not going to be there, and I'm very well aware of the fact, and you know the rules. Nope, not negotiable. See you later.
Wow.
Yeah. Now. Where were we?
Alone in the world, just the two of us.
Gosh, that sounds nice.
Not to me. I don't know if I can settle for that anymore, Vanessa. I've gone over all the reasons why people can't know about us.
Well, it's not that
Just give me a minute, okay, Vanessa? I understand you have a responsibility to the community and a responsibility to your family, especially little Billy. I understand all of that. But I don't want to just be there for you whenever your world falls apart. I want to be there during the bad times and the good times. I want to be there for you all the time. And all the sneaking around, I mean, afraid to look at each other in public. You should have seen the look on your face when your father walked in the room. I hated that. I don't want to see that look in your eyes.
Okay. It was pretty bad. But come on, lighten up. It hasn't been so terrible. We've had some pretty wonderful times.
A little time here, a little time there. You go back to your world, I go back to mine.
Okay, I'll take a long weekend. We can go anywhere
That's not
we
the
want.
point. Look, put yourself in my shoes for a minute. What if it were me that with the big oil company, big wig, and you and I met, and you're this young woman who's been knocked around enough to be a little iffy, and we get together and we fall in love. Only I tell you, you can't tell anybody about us. Nobody can know. How would that make you feel?
Terrible.
Pretty terrible, huh?
Yeah. But the thing is that maybe our worlds are very different.
Different's not bad, it's just different.
Well, yeah, that you say that now, but what if I were to say to you, hey, why don't you escort me to a charity ball day after tomorrow?
I'd go, if you'd learn how to bowl.
Well, I've bowled.
I just think we need to spend a little less time worrying about what other people think and what everybody else expects us to
Vanessa?
live.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Sorry, I have,
No, it's okay. Come on in. I was
I
just
have a really good
discussing with...
favor.
Yeah, what...
to ask you,
What is it?
can I move home for a while?
Sure. What's
Look,
going on?
I'm gonna take off.
No, it's okay. I want to talk to you about this. I'll talk to you at home. I'm sorry.
I'll see you.
Look, I've been here long enough. I'll see you.
No. No, don't go. I want to talk about this, okay? It's important.
Please lay Genevieve Talbot on line 1. She needs to talk to you.
Well, I don't want to talk to her. I'll say I'm not here.
I'll say you're not here.
Thanks. Good grief. Let's get out of here. Come on, let's go someplace where we can talk.